She's got a big problem. I think it gets worse for her every day that she's not able to explain what happened. But her inability to be able to handle classified information according to the policies and potentially the laws of the nation obviously call into question her fitness to be commander-in-chief.
That, of course, was Liz Cheney on Hillary Clinton's email controversy. Clinton says her use of a private email server for State Department business wasn't, quote, the best choice. The Fox News political insiders here, they're back, John Leboutiller, Pat Caddell, and Doug Schoen, to talk about this. So what do you think about what Ms. Cheney said just there? She's kind of talking about competencies to a certain extent.
Yeah, I think it's vastly, vastly overstated. Look, Hillary was allowed, under State Department rules at the time, to have a private email server. There's not been any definitive showing yet that she knowingly mishandled classified information. There were questions within the State Department as to how information she disseminated was. Please.
Doug, I thought you used to work for the Clintons. I didn't know you were still shilling for these people.
They're being uncommonly rude to me
tonight.
So
carefully worded there. And as Clinton has worded in the past as well, nothing was marked classified.
Right. And also, one final point. The emails that I saw, and there were, what, about 6,000, 7,000 this week, were mostly trivial emails that really didn't raise to the level of being
nuclear secrets from Korea. Is
John,
really
I know you're
trivial.
dying to jump in here. So
well, one thing, and Pat is just thirsting at the bit.
I'm going to calm myself down.
I think we would admit that what Hillary should have done is taken the cell phones and the servers and given them to Tom Brady, and he would have destroyed them, and it would have been gone for good.
She could have learned a lot from him. That's for sure.
Look, let me just say, this is a disaster upon disaster. We find. Now, remember what's happening here. I mean, you couldn't make this up. I couldn't do this when I worked in Hollywood. We have the woman that was handling at the IRS, getting rid of Lois Lerner's emails that suddenly disappeared in that cover-up. And now we have the single great Catherine Duvall. Now she's moved to the State Department, where she's in charge of the bull crap that we're getting on Hillary and her stuff. And by the way, the single greatest cover-up since Watergate is occurring at the State Department. Why? Because guess who was running the State Department? Hillary Clinton. And by the way, there are 4 emails that we know because Fox got them that were marked classified, going to her, and they have been wiped clean, saying they're deliberative, we can't give them to you. This stuff, the FBI, she is going down on this, and I'm going to say the interview crap this week, I'm going to shut up.
She did an interview on Friday, and this is what she said. She says, I wasn't thinking a lot when I got in. There was so much work to be done. We had so many problems around the world. I didn't really stop to think about what kind of email system there will be. Yet we know that she had hired some, there was the IT guy that worked at the State Department that is now pleading the Fifth and asserting his Fifth Amendment rights.
What do you think? Is
that something that isn't
I think she was thinking. I think this was deliberately done to hide what they were doing for years on the Clinton Foundation. I think that's what's really being hidden here.
This is a political
what did she do in the State Department?
It is a political witch hunt, John. And you would take the Fifth Amendment too.
Doug, really,
Doug,
don't embarrass yourself with this defense of something that's indefensible.
Excuse me. I just want to say we have the guy who's taking the Fifth, who set up the system, who's being represented by one of the most expensive law firms in Washington, which he clearly can't afford.
Who's paying for it?
He can get, and who's paying for it?
Hillary.
Hillary's firm,
right,
another
Doug?
one of hers. And who's paying for it? Well, that's where Kendall. No, he was.
No,
Kendall is Williams and Conley. We don't have any evidence that Hillary is paying the legal fees.
I want an interview with Hillary Clinton with a man. I am tired of these in the bag interviews with women who have been her friends.
Women or men, we're going to have
real interviews. Doesn't matter the gender to me.
Fifth Amendment, pleading the Fifth in a political campaign, it's not good.
All right, well, hang on, folks.